Okay. All right. Hello. Welcome. Marteen Santerre here from Soul Being. And today I'm speaking with Natasha Gayle, who is a health and wellness coach. Natasha, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So one of the things that is a keystone of Natasha's practice is habit change, which I think is wonderful. So let's talk a little bit about that today. And can you tell us, why does habit change matter when you're coaching your clients?
Sure. So, as a health and wellness coach, I really like to focus on habit change because if you really think about it, like you probably know how you can be healthy. Like you can Google what you should eat or the exercises that you should be doing, but are you really doing all these things, right? So that's kind of the hardest leap for everybody. So I really love to focus on not only, healthy habits and teaching you the things that work for your body by looking into Ayurvedic practices and modern science, but I also like to teach you how to actually achieve these habits. And the way I do that is through an approach called Kaizen, which is a Japanese word, and it means small incremental improvement. So throughout my courses, I teach you how to start small and basically just move towards the habit that you really want to achieve, so that in the future you don't need me by your side, even though I would love to be by your side forever. But once you stop working together, you can actually just continue achieving the habit without really having to think about it.
Wonderful. So it's really helping with that behavior change and to cement it so it becomes the new behavior. So can you share with us just some of the basic principles, just to kind of break it down simply, of how the habit change works, and maybe give us an example?
Sure. So there's a guy named James Clear who has created this habit change thought pattern. So it's all about setting yourself up for success. So essentially there's a habit trigger reward system that we use in all different parts of our life. Like, for example, your phone dings, right? You hear it. What do? You run to your phone, you check the text, and then after you read it, you're like, okay, I feel either accomplished or happy or whatever. You have that sort of cycle patterned emotion that goes with it. Sure. So one of the things that I like to teach my clients is how do you use that patterning towards something that will get you closer to your goal. So for example, if you want to go on a run in the morning, or take your dog out for a walk, or hit the a yoga class, or hit the gym, or whatever, one of the things that you could do is you could set up your workout gear in your bedroom, on your bed, by your bed, and you see it in the morning and you're like, oh, okay, like this is so easy. Or like, I know people that like sleep in their workout clothes too, which like is like, if that works for you.
Problem solving right there, yeah.
Exactly. Like for me, it's like, I'm not sleeping in these like absurdly tight yoga pants, but if that's what gets you going,
yeah, it's not comfortable.
Yeah, no, none of that for me. But if that's what gets you to go, then sure, do it, So it's kind of figuring out these things that work specifically for your mind and body so that you actually succeed in them. And sometimes you might have to try a couple things. Maybe the workout clothes near your bed doesn't work. Maybe the sneakers by the door work. Maybe the leash on the kitchen counter work, right? So I help my client figure that out so that they become closer to their achieved goal even quicker.
That's awesome. And so the work that you're doing with people then, it's highly individualized, correct? Because of you're working with whatever behaviors they'll respond to?
Yeah. So not only am I working with specific behaviors with people, but I'm looking at ancient Ayurvedic practices and also the scientific, like the modern scientific methods. So putting that all together and looking at a person as an individual is like my cup of tea. Like that is the most important thing. I can't just go around and teach everyone the same thing and expect them to all absorb it in the same way. We're very individual. We all have different mind-body types. So learning what your mind-body type is will help me understand how you learn what foods work better for your body, what type of exercises work better for your body, And then because we're working one-on-one, then we can really figure out, okay, where are your pitfalls and what are you excelling in that we don't really need to focus on as much? And just kind of creating a personalized plan around everything to help you achieve that. I keep saying that, like help you achieve your goals.
I mean, that's what people want. And I think that's one of the benefits of having a coach, right? Like you said, you can read 10,000 articles that tell you what to eat and to do whole foods. Well, not everyone knows what that means, sadly, right? We think we do, but we don't realize. Or we think we know we should be doing it. Like we get the shoulds, but then how do we actually practically put something into application in a consistent way that enables us to actually get the result that we want? So that's awesome. So can you tell us then specifically what habits you teach your clients?
Sure. So my biggest program that it's my favorite thing to teach is my 10-week 10 habit change program. So each week we break down a different habit, and we actually go through, and I have it at my desk, we go through this wonderful book called Body Thrive.
Okay.
So in this book is all 10 habits are broken down in this book, and I can just go over them with you really quickly.
Yeah,
They're kind of habits that you're maybe already doing but just haven't spent enough time on or enough attention on. So earlier, lighter dinner is one of them. Earlier to bed, start the day right. Breath body practices, eating a plant-based diet, changing your habits in relationships, which is a big one. Self-massage, meditation, healthier eating guidelines, sense organ care, and then easeful living. So that kind of like is all encompassing in like what a human being does and needs to do, but we break it down into specifics. And I think essentially the most important thing is just finding your own routine and making it happen every single day.
Yeah, and that's where obviously you can help them with that consistency piece because you're there to hold them accountable, right? As well as them through the process. So how do people get started with you if they want to get into a 10-week habit change program?
Sure. So the first thing that I like to offer is a complimentary consultation. And this is a really good way to just hop on the phone with me. We chat for like 15, sometimes longer, because I love chatting with people, sometimes 30 minutes. And it's completely free to you, and you can schedule it on your own time. I have an online scheduler on my website. And basically, we just kind of figure out, what are your goals? Like, do you want to lose weight? Do you want to gain weight? Do you have bloating, gut issues, skin issues, sleep issues? Maybe you have low energy. So there's pretty much any ailment that you can think of that the human being has. These 10 habits help them. And that's the coolest thing, is like, you can come with me with weight loss and weight gain issues, and going through the 10 habits will help you achieve that goal, which you can't really say that for many other programs.
Yeah, absolutely. It's usually more of a one size fits all. Well, that's awesome. Natasha, thank you so much for speaking with us about habit change. So Natasha Gayle is a health and wellness coach. To get in touch with her, visit soulbeing.com. And we'll also include information on the book that she referenced, and then a link to your site to sign up for a consultation. So Natasha, thank you.
Thank you so much, Martine.
Bye.